Hello, friends. Welcome to the Kishen Milaney Podcast. Today, we've got a very special guest with us, Mr. K. Chandrasekar, fondly known as Chandru. He is from Chennai and runs a business under the name of Rajam Property Services. This company deals into property management. This is a very different vertical in real estate, and I'm sure many people would want to know and have insights about how this particular business goes. And who better than the master himself, who has got an experience of about 28 years in this business. Let's welcome him. So, welcome Chandrasekar ji to our podcast today.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure to be in this podcast. And thank you for the invite. Yes, sir.
Sure. Yeah. So, let's begin. Can you tell us about your early life? How did you get into real estate? And how did you get into, why did you choose property management services?
Yeah. Good morning, all. I'm Chandrasekar, founder and managing director of Rajam Property Management. Our brand call is Rapro. See, I have experience 28 years plus. My brand is 28 years old company. When I started my career in the year 93 after finishing my graduation, and I joined in a realtor firm. Unfortunately, I got opportunity in a realtor firm, but I never thought that I'll come to real estate field. No one will know our destiny. It's all God gives. Whatever the God gives, we have to accept and go to. So it is. I can say that it is unfortunate only. Though I got some other opportunity, but I have not, chosen. I wanted to. I voluntarily I wanted to choose this field. One big reason is my mother. She's always come from business family. Her father and her background and all is a business family. Even my father and grandfather all are in business family. And she told me, if you go into the business, you can do whatever you want. You can achieve whatever you want. So she gives me a thought on those days. That is a spark came into me, and I choose on this field and joined a company called Estate Links. It's a real estate firm. So I joined as a working executive. So initially, then I become a partner in this company within 1 year. So then, those days I used to meet a lot of NRI, who come from outside of country, who's owning a property in Chennai and outside of Chennai. So I used to meet a lot of people those days because those days was, really wonderful days in the 90s. I can't forget the 90s life because waking up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and sitting at office at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the early morning, and receiving call from 6:30. It's unforgettable days. And those days there's no mobile at all, and the only pager is introduced later on. I think in 95, 96, the pager is introduced. After the year, the mobile also has come. So those days was really, great and I was young, so almost that time my age was 21 and 22. So, but very active, those days, young age is always, we are very active. And used to meet a lot of people, a lot of, NRIs, used to give me a lot of story about their property. I give the property to my uncle, I give the property to my co-brother. They are not maintained properly. They are not able to take care. And here there is no such facilities in India. But whereas in abroad we have a property management company where I have 2, 3 property I have given to property management. I can be in a hassle free. They take care of everything from finding a tenant, renting out, rent collection, take care of the property tax, water tax, everything they do. But here there is no such a facilities. So I used to hear this kind of stories with many people, and also they say, my own team, my own relatives have cheated me. I'm not able to, get proper, accounting and other thing. Then immediately the spark came into me. Why don't we think of the property management? Because maybe this has a future. Because the property management has 3 things. So one is once you get a property in your hand, you are you are the one, the deciding authority, because the buyer the owner is going to live in outside of property, away from the property. So you are the one is going to fix a tenant. If
Mm.
the same client wants to sell it, yes, you can. If the same client wants to buy it, yes, you can. See, there is a more opportunity once you sign up a contract with the property management with the client. Then you have more opportunity. If he wants to sell it, we can. If he wants to buy it, we can. If he wants to rent out, we can. Not only renting out, even managing the property, there is opportunity, because we'll get
Mm.
a fee on a yearly basis. So this is how I started in the beginning of '95. At that time, the company was not registered. Just the name I put as a Rajam Property Management,
Mm.
and it's an unregistered company, and I am the sole proprietor of that those days. But those days, I started marketing wherever I go, wherever I meet people. I used to talk about the property management. I'm doing it, and then immediately they used to ask me how many property you're managing.
Mm.
I don't have anything. I said no, sir. Yet to start. If you give, I can take care. This is what I used to tell the people. But people always will have fear. No, when they want to give a property, the property is attached to everyone's heart. It's a family. The person who earns, they invest only on the property house. It's a naturally, you are connecting the his heart directly with the customer. So many people, they used to but they used to say, but they will not believe. It took long time to believe me and give the property.
So, can you tell
Yeah.
us about property management? What exactly does happen? How is this run? What is the advantage to the buyer or you? How does it
Yeah.
work to the viewers?
See, the property management, it's like nothing. If somebody is owning a property, he is not able to maintain, because
Mm.
nowadays a lot of people are investing in the property, because the property real estate is the only field will get more returns.
Mm.
Those days, not now. Those days was excellent
Yeah.
return. Now it's, of course, the scenario has changed, but there will be a confident, definite return on the property, if you invest in a property. And in the property management, if you sign up a contract with any of your customer, if he is owning a property in the city anywhere close to you, you can able to manage. Yes, what you can do, you can sign up a contract with that owner, and renting out, rent collection, and repairs and renovations. Once tenant board in, you have to do the month on month, you have to do the follow up of the rent collection. So, and keep updating the owner every month. You have to email to the owner that this is the rent collection and everything. So you have to keep on updating by email on month by the owner. And if there is any issues comes during the tenant living in the house, they have any small issues like electrical, plumbing, carpentry, they'll be calling you, obviously, because you are the one is the property manager is the only uh, you know accessible person locally, because owner will not be there. So immediately you have to send your team to check and verify what is the defect in the house, any repairs or renovations to be done. Yes, you have to take a quote and send it to the owner and get approved. So if you have a good team, yes, you can execute. And those costs, whatever it is, they'll have to pay separately. It is additional cost for that. And of course, for doing those services, you can add your professional fee of 10% or 15%. If you hire a person from outside, definitely he's going to charge more. So what we do, we as a company, we have a team, set of team is available. They'll go and check, and we have tie up with the all the big vendor who supplies the material. We'll get a best rate, and that whatever the discount comes, we'll pass on to the owner, so that he will get. So labor, we have our own team. So we are Rapro in-house itself. We have electrician, plumber, carpenter, painter, mason, gardener. floor polishing, everything. I have all teams in-house itself, including the engineer, civil engineer, and two managers to maintain and sweeping team. These are all available my in-house itself. I created all this year for this on my journey. So these are the steps. First, if you want to start up a property management, you have to sign up agreement between the owner and you, and there is a standard pamphlets available. If anybody wants, I can share it to them. They can check with them and sign the contract. And in the contract itself, what you are going to do for finding a tenant, what is the process? How much you charge for the finding a tenant? Once you find a tenant, what do you do? How do you do the background check? See, normally what we do once we sign up a contract with the owner, so finding a tenant, once we find a tenant, we do complete background check of the tenant. So we will get his complete information. What is he, how big his family, where he's working, and what is his annual income, his ID proof, address proof, with the two references, and he has to provide his company HR email ID so that we will email and check whether he is genuine or not. Because nowadays we may not know, the tenant, we may not have a full information. So
Correct.
we will email and get those information and pass on to the owner. These are the prospectors showing interest to take your house, whether we can proceed or not. Obviously, they will agree because we ourselves, before sending to the owner the profile, we will thoroughly check the background and recommend to the owner. See, whatever we do in the house, we will inform the owners. He
Yeah.
will know everything. So without informing the owner, we will not do anything. 100% transparent for a tenant finding. Tenant finding, he has to pay 1 month as a brokerage. That is valid for 22 months. Suppose within 22 months the tenant changed, we will not charge again. We will look for alternate tenant without any additional charges on the tenant finding.
Okay.
So once tenants, before boarding into the tenant for a property management, this is the tenant finding part. For a property management, once the agreement and the rental agreement has been signed between the tenant and the owner, then as a property manager, I have to hand over the property in a proper condition, properly clean and check everything, fixture, fittings, electrical, everything, in order. So we will take the customer to the house and walk through how we handing over the house to him, like electrical, plumbing, flooring, woodwork, everything he can check. And he has to sign the handing over letter. He has to sign the handover letter so that we have a proof that we have handed over the house in a good manner. We take the video of the house, we take the picture of the house and share it to the tenant and the owner also. And we will keep as a master record for our future. When he vacates, we will go through the same again exercise, whether all in order. If there is any damages, he has to bear the cost, whatever the damages and everything. This work does by the property manager. Once
Okay.
tenant boarding, as I said, repairs, renovation, any coordination between this thing, one and tenant and owner. But we will not share the owner number to the tenant. Reason? Because sometimes the miscommunication will happen.
Yeah.
Because when the tenant and owners interact directly, as a middleman, as a property manager, we will not have any work because he will give some story to the owner will give some story to us. So it will create an issue always. So we will tell upfront before we signing up a contract. We are the property manager. We are having a authorization from the owner. We are the one will coordinate with you. If they agree, they can take it. This is how we work.
So this I understand, and
Yeah,
whatever damages happen to the property, the tenant has to make it good as it was given to him in the condition when he had
exactly. In the
occupied the
condition.
property. Now
Yes,
tell
yes,
me,
yes.
dealing with NRS is also a little tricky because
Mm,
they are staying far off places. So that
correct.
trust factor is very important. Building that
Absolutely.
trust, they would not leave their property of worth lakhs or crores of rupees with someone whom they don't trust. So
Correct.
how does this come? Trust or faith is very important because they are scared to leave their property with someone if something goes
Absolutely.
bad, if something happens. So how does this trust build?
See, absolutely. It's a right, great question. See, when you, as I told you, when I in the beginning, many people they didn't believe me because they have not believed me. Right time I got one client, one Mr. G.R. Raju. He's my first customer. Still,
Hmm.
he is my customer. In the year 1999. So he
Amazing.
handed over his house. That time I was having, only motorcycle.
That's
He believed me and hand over the property. And still he is my customer. He is my ambassador for my brand. So still he is owning a property in India. So I'm, in Chennai, I'm the one who's managing.
okay.
So trust is very, very important because you have to be 100% and transparent what you are going to do. And in my company, how I did it, all in transparent. Whatever I do, even my team also will know what is the MD is earning, how the company growth, and what is the background of the company. They know
Very
because
nice.
it is a transparent. It is a system and procedure. SOP is there. They have to follow the rules and regulations, and no one will overlook. Even if I wanted to do something, also I can't also because the system is made it like that.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
trusting, yeah, it is very very important for my growth is come from word of mouth. Word of mouth. The existing customers, they give reference to me. Some other customer like that only the I built relationship with the NRI. At the same time, you have to be, as you said, dealing with the NRI is not so easy. A
Hmm.
very 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 difficult part in the world, and also in the service industry, you can't satisfy all the customer.
Yeah.
It is very difficult for the satisfaction of the customer. There will be a 5%, 10%, compromise we have to do. No other choice because if I do services to the customer directly, yes, without any compromise, I will do it 100%. But
Yeah.
whereas when you grow, when you go numbers and more, you know
Hmm.
you have to hire a people, you have to deal with a human. How the India's work, human nature. They forget. They If we the say something, they will do something. But
Yeah.
somewhere we have to we have to behave, then only the things will happen. So
Yeah.
but it's a difficult this thing only, but it's a good field because you will get constant income. That is most important one in our industry, real estate. How is our industries will work. Real
Yeah.
estate, if somebody likes, buy the property, then only will get commission. Even the rentals also is like that. But in the
Yeah.
property management, it is not like that. You
Yeah.
will get once you build the trust, once you build the customer, strength, then
Yeah.
the money will come to you automatically. Not only
Automatically.
the property management, in terms of if they want to sell the same property, yes, we are the one going to do. If they want to buy the property, yes, obviously they will come to us like that. And renting the property, that also you make the money because when you see, once you sign up a contract between the property owner and our company, you got the customer got binded with you, so they will not go to anyone. So you can your commission or the fee is assured.
Fees.
Yes.
So, as you rightly said, in real estate, it
Yeah,
is not mandatory that a person buys the property. He may see the property with you, or
exactly.
he may see multiple number of properties, but it is not necessary that he buys from you. He can go and
Very
buy
true.
with somebody else, or he can go and buy
Yes,
directly. So
correct, correct, absolutely.
that control we still don't have.
Yes,
So I think
absolutely.
but we are coming around that. And
Yes,
tell
yes,
me, Chandruji, does this property management also work for plots?
yes.
And
See
how does this work
how.
on plots?
Yeah, see, there is a two vertical. So as of now, we are doing it the two vertical. One is for the apartment and buildings. Other one is the plot monitoring. It is
Okay.
called plot monitoring services.
Plot
How we
monitoring
work
services.
plot monitoring
Okay.
services. If somebody is owning a plot in somewhere within the city, 30 to 40
Mm.
kilometers, how we cover? From our office, within 50-kilometer radiation, we work. So
Oh,
within 50 kilometers, there is any plot, someone wants to maintain because they will not have any fencing, nothing. So
mm,
if they want to manage, but it will be in the gated community. So there will be a lot of land grabbing, and some people
yeah.
will go there and put some hut is there, and they'll create an issue. And not only that, even the documentation after registering, when you register, suppose if you registered in 2005, you leave it for 15-20 years. If you come to know 2025, you wanted to sell, means you are going to the register office. That time the name will be different, and the survey number would have changed. There will be some issues will come. To correct all those things, it will take a lot of time. So if anyone is owning a property, if you give it to somebody to maintain, what we do as a property manager, we go once in 3 months and visit the plot and take the picture, how the surroundings, whether there is any development or not. So we'll give a complete report about the property
Mm.
and send it to the owner once in 3 months. And
Okay.
also in a yearly, we take EC, encumbrance certificate. Encumbrance we take, apply and take it from the online, and
Oh,
see whether there is any correction in the sale deed, or in the register office, whether all
mm,
in order. Because sometimes the people government is updating on online. What they will do is the back data entry people, they if your name is Kishen Milaney, means they put Kishen Malani, they will change the name. So
mm.
those things and all will happen. Even the survey number also 15A bar one. Some people, what is the 15A bar 3 or 4? So by mistake. It's not knowing, unknowingly doing it. So what will happen? Future it will affect our business. If we came to know in the beginning itself, we can correct it. So that is the
Yeah.
reason we take easy on every year and send it to the owner, and we will be charging per visit 3,000 rupees plus tax. So
3,000 rupees
per visit,
per visit. Very
yes,
reasonable. Very
it
reasonable.
is per
I
visit.
wish
Uh,
I
yes,
wish you had these services in other parts of the country, because
yeah,
this I would recommend to the plot owners. This is very important because I specialize in lands and plots,
yeah,
and we have seen many lands being
yeah,
grabbed, or
yes,
wrongly the revenue records are changed, as Chandruji
exactly,
said.
yes,
So this is very important. If you have a property manager or somebody who's looking after this, updating the records every year, you get the thing, then
yes,
chances of any fraud happening with your plot or piece of land are very
yes,
negligible. You must do
exactly.
that.
Yes, 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 yes. It's very important
Yeah.
because many people doesn't, they are not, many people didn't aware of that, So when they want to sell it, then that time only they know the, there is some mistakes and everything. So, correction is, that time it will take a lot of time. Unnecessarily, you will lose
Yes,
time, and you have
I
to spend
agree.
money. Yeah, you have to
I
spend
agree.
money. These
Yeah.
are all big hassle.
Yeah, that time you have to give urgent money because now some client is
Yeah,
ready to buy. That time you have to spend
exactly.
maybe 10 times the money that you would have otherwise spent. It makes more sense for
Exactly.
you to go
See,
systematically and see.
I can give one good example now. It's an
Yeah.
independent house. One
Ah.
independent house in Chennai. I know we have found a buyer. The property worth is 5 crores.
Hmm.
Clients living in abroad.
Hmm.
Father died, mother died, and children's all are settled in US.
Hmm.
Now they wanted to sell it and encash it. We find a buyer.
Hmm.
I thought all papers, and normally we check all the papers and do it. So I thought all the papers are in order.
Hmm.
But we came to know when we go to apply for a EC and Pata, there is some issues. EC
Ah.
sale deed, they registered as a mortgage deed
Oh.
in their record. In the
Uh-huh.
1974, the document was purchased in the year 1974.
Uh-huh.
Document was purchased in 1974. It is a sale deed, but whereas in the revenue records it says mortgage deed.
Mm-hmm.
The person who bought the property, he didn't borrow anywhere, he didn't do anything. He's got it directly from the government. So one mistake. And second is Patta is issued in some other's name.
Oh.
So now we came to know because of this, we are not able to sell. And we have been, last 3 months, we have been, running to the government office here and there and, sorting out the issue. It's a
Mm.
big challenge. We can correct it
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
unfortunately, the one good thing is, they're having a possession of the house. They're having all the originals. They have paid revenue, property tax, water tax on time. So they have all the records. But unfortunately, these revenue records are wrong. So we
So
have
they'll have
to
to
correct it. So
correct it.
it's
Corrections have
taking
to be
it's
done.
yes, because we found a buyer and we are not able to sell it. The seller
Yeah,
also we are waiting. Seller also we are holding it. You know.
yeah.
So to if we came to know in the beginning itself, the reason I'm saying this example because if you came to know in the beginning itself, if you check the revenue records on year, it will be more helpful so that you can save your time when you want to encash it, when you want to sell the property. So this is
Correct.
very important to see the revenue records. Yeah. Yes.
Another question, Chandruji. I have
Yes, sir.
seen managing property is different than what we do in real estate brokering services. Now,
Yes.
managing property to many may
Mm.
be a little difficult task,
Yes.
and they say women are more disciplined because
Yes.
they run the households, so they
Yes.
can do multitasking also
Yes.
while running the household. They can also work.
Yeah.
So, and I know that your wife is also part of your business. She is a partner there.
Yes.
So, is it because of her that you have that advantage of running this property
No.
management services?
No. Absolutely, you're right. Because family life partner is always being the partner of the company also is good at one way. But
Absolutely.
unfortunately, I am not involved my wife into this business, day-to-day activities. The reason, she has to take care of my, children. So,
Ah,
but she know what is happening. She's the one of the director in the company.
okay.
We two of the director of the company.
Mm.
But I have decided because he has to take care of manage the house. But
Mm.
maybe sometime after to take care of the children is nowadays is a big challenge. Having
Yes.
two kids, day to
Yes.
day activities and everything, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Someone has to give 100% attendance to them. Then only their day to day activities will not get spoiled.
They shouldn't
So we
stop.
have
Yeah.
decided,
True.
yes, it shouldn't stop and
Yeah.
they should not have any issue. That's the reason I am not involved. But otherwise, she used to, come whenever she get time. And maybe future, if she want to, she can take over. But always, as you said, the women has multiple, talents.
Mm.
And in my company, there are few women working in the company. They are always on time. They do proper job. And there is one more director in my company. Recently, we added as a director. She is with us for the last 10 years. Her name
Okay.
is Dhanlakshmi. She is the one is driving the company. Excellent, and as he said, always the woman has a unique talent.
Yes,
you know,
they do.
so we have to appreciate that. So that is the reason we are hiring now more women in our organization.
Yeah.
Our strength, we
They
are
are
increasing the strength. Yes,
they are God gifted, as they say. They have that
absolutely,
into them,
absolutely,
inbuilt in them. Chandruji,
absolutely.
this business, as we discussed earlier, it is a little challenging because of NRIs.
Yes,
The trust factor,
yes, sir.
no fault of theirs, because they also are trusting their property to somebody else, and they have
Correct.
to have that kind of faith in that person
Yes,
or the company.
yes.
Now, can you share a few real life incidences that would have happened and the lessons you would learn from them?
See, I have many lessons, because see, trust is very important, sir. They will not trust
Mm.
you immediately. As I told you in the beginning, I have a lot of challenges. I've been to many property owners, met and explained the business, but it took long time.
Mm.
Trusting the company. individuals, because as I said, the property is everyone's heart, First is family, then is property. These two are very important to the man who, so any person in the family. So initially, as I told, I used to meet a lot of NRIs. They says, yeah, we will give, you come and meet us. I go and meet them and spend time, how I'm going to do, what I'm going to do. They says, okay, we will come back. They will not come back. Like that, many stories. But one man is
Uh,
believed me, one Mr. G.R. Raju. So, I think the startup from there only, it took me,
from there.
my journey.
Yeah.
Yes, my
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
It was really a great learning because
Uh,
when I met first, he immediately said, yes, I'll give you the property.
so
I don't
probably
know how the
that
trust has come.
that was destined. I mean, probably
Yes,
there was some relationship maybe. So
maybe. I don't know. He used to tell me, he told me one thing. I asked him one day, sir, how come you believe me? He told me that, no, Chandru, when I saw you, the enthusiasm and the aggress in your face, I have a confidence. Even till today, I used to tell my both the boys, he's a hard earning person. You should see his how growth, how he has come up in the life. He give a lot of example about me to his sons,
very nice.
So that is really, thanks to God, thanks to my,
Yes.
father, mother, who
Yeah.
gave me this life to me.
Yeah. So
And my customers,
of course, of course, of
customers is
course.
God. If they are not there, I don't have to work.
Yeah, no, no. Yeah.
Yes.
Any funny incidences like you would still remember lasting that would leave lasting impression on your mind?
There are many incidents like that, sir, because many of them, those days I will not take mandate for selling a property.
Hmm.
Two, three people have cheated, they have not paid my fee. And I said,
Mhm.
okay, no problem. You take care, whatever the karma is there, you have, handle it. So
Mhm.
there are some customers. Then I, got cheated two, three places. Then only I
Mhm.
came to know, no, hereafter we have to, get at least signed some form. He is agreeing my fee.
Mhm.
Then I printed a form.
Mhm.
If somebody wants to buy a property, he has to give his specification. What is
Mhm.
his requirement? His name, his complete detail, his address, his phone number, and email ID, and which location is requiring. Whether he wants two-bedroom or three-bedroom, how many toilet is required, whether he wants a puja room or not, how many car park, whether it's covered or not, whether he wants a gated community, whether he wants a eight-story building or six-story building. So he has to give all the specification, and also if I buy a property through Chandrasekar, I am willing to pay the brokerage of 1% plus whatever the service charges. He will sign and give. So later on only I came to know that we should practice like this. Then only our fees are sure. So like that only I did it. Now no issues because
Yeah. Now, now you are a veteran, so now there is no problem. Nobody dares cheat you or
now
bypass
what
you.
we do now we do complete signing MOU, then only we will do. Without now
Yeah.
we gone to one step ahead, signing a MOU, memorandum of understanding between the parties, and give all the papers,
Mm.
so that it's more assured. Yes,
So you have been part of many organizations
yes, sir.
on in the real estate organization. You worked for a few associations in your
Yes,
city, and
yeah,
you've also been part of the National Association of Realtors India. You've
yes,
served on the board also. So,
yes, yes,
how's your experience, and does it really help in your business?
yes, yes. Of course, it is very very important. See, when you come into the social life, you have to be. You see, I'm last 20 years, 25 years in the association, part of the association. Earlier, I was with my parent association, one of the associations like Kriya. So I was served almost 20 years there. And after that, since the Kriya has come out from Air India, we have joined. I have myself and one Mr. Amit Damodar. He was my ex-president of my association. We both, started a association called REAP, Real Estate
Okay.
Association of Chennai, and we have around 100 plus members in this association. And now I'm serving as the president of this association, and also I'm the board member of Air India. Still I'm the board member of Air India.
Okay.
See, why you have to be in the association? Then only you will know how to, socialize with the social platform. How you are responsible. What are your responsibility, to serve the community? And not only that, when you are in the association, they conduct a lot of meetings, a lot of training program, a lot of real veterans will come and speak about their lifestyle, how they come up in the life. You will get motivated if you go to this kind of association. You will get motivated, and you can train yourself, to be a better, realtor.
Right.
So if you see me, I have learned a lot through the local association and the national level association, and I have learned a lot. This helped me a lot. Come up in this stage and express myself to my customers. This education, this association backgrounds push me one step ahead.
Very correct. So it is
Yes,
kind of, it is form of an organized reality. If you join any real
yes,
estate association, so
yes,
you tend to organize yourself. So once you are organized,
exactly,
you tend to organize your organization, your
exactly.
company. It
Very
helps,
true.
and you also get to
Yes,
meet a lot of people, understand
no,
their
no.
psyche, and
Yes,
it's always better to be part of an group where there's a
yes,
lot of learning happening and
exactly.
trainings happening, education.
True,
Tomorrow,
true,
the field may
true.
go elsewhere. I mean, the
Yes,
way
yes.
real estate is developing in India now, it is amazing.
Absolutely. Amazing, amazing. As you
Yeah.
said, it's amazing. And, as you said, this is very, very important. Like in Air India, National Association of Realtors, doing a fabulous job. So the association who are all connected with the Air India, they know how the growth was in Air India for the last 15 years, 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing. And national level, national realtor is known throughout India. Everyone will know the reason to be part of national association and local realtor association. When you are meeting a customer to give your car, if you
Hmm.
put your logo of NAR India and the local association,
Hmm.
they look at it in a different way. And yes, you are part of this association. Good, because national association NAR not only in India, national in US also. US is widely advertised, and widely people know that National Association of Realtors. So
Yeah.
here also in our national association is doing a fabulous job for a realtor community. Whoever the leaders so far served for the national association, they did a fabulous job. To know, and now the RERA. These are all the big advantage. If you put your RERA agent number and all, it's a big advantage. So my suggestion, whoever is viewing this, whoever is not part of any realtor association, please join the association, develop yourself. You can scale up yourself. That's it.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Chandraji,
Yes, sir.
what do you think is the scope of property management services? This is a field or a
Uh,
vertical which
mm,
not many people know about, or not many people are dealing into it. That is the reason there are not many organized property management companies in
yes,
India as yet.
yes,
What do you
yes.
think is the scope, and are there any numbers there, like abroad, how many property are being managed was in India?
Sir, if you compare to any, abroad and India, there is a lot
Hmm.
of difference. They are
Hmm.
they are ahead of 50 years of
Hmm.
us. So we are 50 years behind, I can say, in
Hmm.
terms of communication, in terms of technology, everything. They are very ahead. The reason, It's a developed country. Economically they are very sound, and now we are also coming up with the uh, good shaping our India is doing very well and growing very well for the
Mm.
last. If you see the last 15 years from 2015 to 2024, the growth
Yeah.
was excellent in terms of in the real estate industry. The real estate
Yeah.
industry was gone up 500 times ahead. So
Mm.
I can say the 500 times growth it's gone somewhere in and no way. And the investors, if you see the investors in India, all young chaps, the age between 25 to 35, everyone will be
Mm.
owning a property in India. See,
Mm.
the property management has a great future, but in India, the property management has a great future, but in India, people are scared to take it up because they don't want to take the responsibility. See,
Responsibility.
if you ready to sacrifice your this thing, then only you will. See, without sacrificing, without doing your work, how come you will get rewarded? It is not
Yeah.
possible. When you get rewarded, you have to do your job. It is
Yeah.
not like immediately like joining a company and earning a salary. It's not like that. It's a property management completely a different vertical. But once you built up your relationship, once you built up the numbers, you will be the master. You can give employment opportunity to many youngsters who come from different institutions. From graduated and postgraduate students. You can employ and give the opportunity to them. You will be the opportunity creator. But this is what my life is started. My life is started with the one person. Now my company has employ of around 32 plus employees in my company.
Very good.
And I presented in Chennai. Chennai itself we have four outlets, and we have office in
Mm.
Bangalore and Coimbatore. Bangalore recently we started in a prime location called Indiranagar. So we are growing. The property manager has great potential. Only thing you need to have a patience to manage. Patience to manage. Very, very, very
What
important.
What is your advice to youngsters or people who want to get into this business, or viewers who may be influenced by this particular thing and want to get into this business? What is your advice to them?
Sir, my advice to the youngster who wants to manage, who wants to get into the property management business, yes, please welcome. Because those days when I started, there is no much of social media. Nothing was there. Only platform, Google, Yahoo and Google. Just two platform I used to advertise and get my clients. But now it is not like that. The social media now it's a very powerful tool in India, and youngsters are very knowledgeable. And my advice, sincere advice, you have to be transparent to the customer. Whatever you commit to the customer, you have to deliver.
Mm.
Then you will, if you are not delivering, you will fail.
Mm.
So if you confident, if you do it, whatever you commit, if you deliver it, I am sure you will succeed in your life. This is my sincere advice to all youngsters who wants to be an own entrepreneur. Yes, this is a good field. There is a lot of opportunity. I am not even managing 0.1% of the property in Chennai. So not even 0.1%. I'm managing 500 plus property. But whereas the property is more than 25 lakhs houses are there in Chennai. But even this managing 500 plus property, I'm having 30 plus employees. See how the growth. If you now there is technology is gone somewhere. It's outstanding is the technology now. You can reach people anywhere in the world. You can show his house to 360 degrees view of his house. You can see it anytime. You know. So my advice, if you want to get into property management, yes, please welcome. This is a good business, very good earning money. You have three opportunity. One is the property management. One is renting out that same property. Other one is if they want to sell. Yes, these three opportunities available on property management when you sign up a contract with the property.
Amazing, amazing,
Yes,
Chandruji.
sir.
This is
Yes.
this is very good for people who want to get into real estate and again want to specialize in a
Yes.
particular vertical.
Yeah.
Chandruji says that sky is the limit. Out of
Yes.
500 properties, only amount to 0.1% of Chennai real estate. So
Yes.
imagine
Yeah.
the country has so much of real estate available, and there are
Yes.
so many NRIs or people who are not staying in that particular city who need management of these properties. So the whole world is available to you to do business, and
Correct.
he is there in case you want to connect with him. I'll share
Yes.
his social links on the in the description box. You can connect with him.
Yeah.
Chandruji, it was a fabulous thing
Thank you.
being with you here, understanding, and I realized that your mother rightly said that you have spark and do your own business. So
Yes.
getting into real estate and again getting into property management from there was something which was your spark. You knew
Yes.
that you wanted
Yes.
to do something different, and
Correct.
that spark clicked, and here is where you are today. We are
Yes,
doing a
sir.
podcast with you. Thank you very
Thank
much
you,
for
sir.
being on the channel. It was fabulous, very good talks, and I'm sure our viewers are going to take a lot of information and knowledge from this particular podcast.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the invite. It's a great session. And my wishes to all youngsters who wants to come up with this property management, please welcome. Always, I am there to support. You can reach me anytime without any, expectation. I will help
Yeah,
the youngsters who wants to come up because
amazing.
when I came into the business, a lot of people have supported me, helped me. The same way I wanted to, reciprocate to my community and my country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir. Namaste. Thank you.